Two wrongs don't make a right. The very affirmative actions in the form of caste-based reservation have started to pose a surmountable challenge to the concept of meritocracy. For petty politics, the concept of giving special privileges to the socially backward classes was cemented without properly analyzing the outcomes of it. Justice JB Pardiwala, while delivering his judgment on the historic EWS reservation, pointed out this very fact. Hi and welcome to TFIPost. I am your host Sabita Mishra. If you are watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you are watching us on Facebook, do like, share and subscribe to the page. Let's begin with the video report. On November 7, 2022, the Supreme Court delivered a split 3-2 verdict in favor of 103rd Constitutional Amendment. With this, the Supreme Court has vindicated the fact that economic conditions are a viable classification for granting reservations. Without proper economic resources, the citizens face constraints in availing the basic necessities needed for a dignified life. Further, it is an established fact that education is one of the best ways to eradicate discriminatory practices and evils in society. Caste-based reservation is an old concept that predates independent India. Evidently, the reservation for non-Brahmins existed in pre-independence India as well. In 1902, Rajarshi Shahu allocated half of his land to the backward communities. Visionary academician and father of modern Indian engineering, M. Visvesvaraya foresaw the limitations of this caste-based reservation model. He opposed the move in Mysore. However, after independence, India abolished the caste system in letter. The Supreme Court in the famous Champakam Dorairajan case struck down the caste-based reservation, calling it ultra-vires. But to further his political interest, former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru introduced Clause 4 in the Article 15 through the First Amendment. The introduction of the word class in Article 15 Clause 4 became the groundwork for more and more reservations in the future. Meanwhile, in politics, the limit of 10 years term for reservations kept increasing. It has been continuing ever since. Isn't it ironic that more and more classes of communities have preferred to enroll them in backward classes? Was it not supposed to eradicate the menace of social ostracization of communities, bring them into mainstream, and to create a feeling of equality among classes? If that is the case, why would more communities take pride in and fight for claiming to be socially ostracized and not be seen as mainstream players? The affirmative action system has been in place for 75 years, but its positive impact has never been quantified in numbers. Simply put, is there any data to support the effectiveness of this caste-based system? Is there any rate at which the caste-based system has done its intended purpose and removed the shackles of social ostracization from X number of families, Y number of persons, or Z percentage of such communities that have been brought to the mainstream, abolishing the ostracization? A famous case involving IAS officer Tina Dabi and a family highlights the point that certain elites have undemocratically usurped the rights meant for ostracized communities. Such cases highlight the need for framing either one family, one reservation policy or mulling the idea of introducing creamy layers to avoid duplicity in claiming benefits meant for backward classes. Rather than becoming a tool to undo the wrongs of the past, the undemocratic usage of the special privileges defeated the very purpose of the system. The system itself started to become an oppressor against merit. It is high time that the caste-based reservation system is abolished or undergoes radical reform, maybe along the lines stated above. It has to be ensured that special provisions framed to provide a level playing field for socially lacking classes do not become hostage to a few elite of the community. The affirmative action system has to be reformed before it ends up as a tool of mere virtue signaling. Rather than mete out justice to every person, it ends up becoming a tool for the representation of surnames.